So look at that Title I escrow. That's clearly a vintage building there. Oh, I just love these. Oh, and look at that. It says the Reynolds Day Building, built, let's see, from June 11th to July 27th, 1878. Science Hall. The second floor of this building was the site of the first Constitutional Convention of Washington Territory. Statehood was achieved on November 11th, 1889. Wow, that's cool. So I am in Walla Walla, Washington. I'm running my generator because it has been so hot. It's like 105 here today. So I had found this spot on Google Maps, and for the weekend it's going to be just fine. It's probably going to be kind of busy during the week, but there's a house over there, so I'm a little bit nervous. But yeah, so there's a big bounder right there. So anyway, I made it to Walla Walla, Washington. I was in Pendleton for a day and a half. I liked Pendleton. I mean, it was pretty easy to be in. That spot right next to the motel was fantastic. So I ended up parking along this stretch of street. That's the Walmart right there. I didn't want to stay in the Walmart parking lot again. A lot of RVs are coming and going, trailers and such, but there are two junkers that have just been camped out there. I just do not want to be associated with them. So I just found that there was just this parkable stretch right along here. So I stayed here last night, but I'm getting ready to get on the road. I've been here in Grande for longer than I had anticipated, but that's okay. I mean, that's kind of one of the benefits, is that you kind of stay as long as you want and then you move on. So I'm going into areas that I haven't really been in a lot. If I go up to Kennewick, I've been to Kennewick. I know where to park there. I haven't been to Pendleton, like I've driven through it, but I haven't actually been there. But I've got a space that looks pretty good on Google Maps. Pendleton. The Grande River. Pendleton is in 50 miles, Portland 258. Caution, sharp curves ahead. here's this incredible overlook coming down into Pendleton from the National Forest. You can see all the traffic slowly going up and down. It's like a patchwork quilt. This is great at sunset, I'm sure. But the amount of haze right now is sort of making it so you can't quite see as far as you normally can. I've been here before. Okay, well that was awesome to see. Now it's down to Pendleton. I'm going to spend the night in Pendleton and then figure out what to do from there. I am in Pendleton, Oregon. Just got here this afternoon. I found this spot on Google Maps and it is awesome. So this is Pendleton, Oregon. It's this town kind of basically down in a big ditch, a big gully, and the rest of the town is really hilly. But right down there is the old historic downtown. I went down there and took a look. A lot of really awesome old vintage buildings and history down there. And then down a little bit further is a big rodeo event venue down there. There's a big whiskey and music festival going on this weekend. Welcome to Pendleton. Once a wild frontier settlement, Pendleton was a thriving community of cowboys, explorers, native people, and immigrants. Experience a bit of the Old West by shopping traditional Western craft, touring the historic underground, and discovering the fascinating stories of heroism and infamy that fill our past. Oh, cool. Just driving my scooter around and I stumble into the old downtown area, and it's like a lot of these towns in the West, they have these old areas, these old buildings and areas of the 1800s. Isn't that cool? So if you walk around, you can see some of the other buildings over there, some of them here, and there's some more down the street. Hamley & Company, since 1883, purveyors of fine saddles, fine food, and fine whiskey. They have these crosswalks. They've got all these sculptures here. Isn't that awesome? So there you can see more of these vintage 1800s building. I'm gonna have to look up what this place used to be like. I wanna look up what this used to look like back in the 1800s. Pendleton whiskey. Ah, there's a great old building right there. J.P. Metternash. Look at these tables. This is a bar, I guess. Here are all of these statues all up and down here. Ora Morse Goodwin Raleigh was born in Kennebec County, Maine. At age 15, she moved to Wisconsin, and in 1846, she married Moses Goodwin. In 1853, the couple joined a wagon train to Oregon, where they settled north of Vancouver, Washington. In 1864, the Goodwins decided to relocate to the Boise mining district. Upon arriving at what is now Pendleton, they decided to take up a land donation claim and traded Abe Miller a span of mules for the claim. They built the first house in Pendleton, located in the 100 block of South Main. The Goodwins opened a stage station and hotel at their house on Main Street and built a toll bridge across the Umatilla River. Wow, I'm kind of surprised. Pendleton really does have this kind of cool historic district. I love this. Working Girls Hotel. Built in 1897 by early day brothel owner Christopher Columbus Hendricks, this building has one of the least altered storefronts and interiors within the historic district. The southernmost commercial space originally had an angled doorway with a freestanding cast iron column at the corner. The second floor was originally occupied by a turn-of-the-century lodge, Knights of the Maccabees. The Bijou Salon occupied the first floor. The duck-pin bowling alley and the card room in the basement was for years an active recreational gathering place. The passageway and the sidewalks are kept intact as part of the Pendleton Underground. Wow. So down here in Pendleton, there's this big stadium here, the Pendleton Roundup. Yeah, check this sculpture out. How awesome is that? Let's buck. The story behind the image. In 1924, Wallace Smith, a young author and artist, asked for and received permission to gain access to the arena during the rodeo. After 3 days of working in the arena and sitting on the north arena fence, he came up with a sketch that created a bucking horse that properly symbolized the Roundup's slogan, "Let her buck." Okay, so I am on my way to Walla Walla. This was a great parking space. I had to turn the RV around to get the scooter hitched up, but I'm going right over here to the Sinclair. They have fizzy water, cold fizzy water, which is hot. It's hot outside and it's my favorite thing. It's like soda, but no sugar. Next lights, turn right. So I have not been, I've only been to Walla Walla once, many years ago. So this is going to be all kind of new. And I have picked out a spot and I've got a couple of alternates. So
turn right onto Southeast Port Avenue.
Okay. So we will see if the spot that I have chosen works out.
In 3/4 of a mile, bear left onto 411N.
Look at all that wheat. I'm in Walla Walla. It hardly seems like a town. It's just fields, houses, shopping centers, trees. Fort Walla Walla Museum. Oh, that's interesting. They were like old cabins and stuff back over there. Oh boy, it's warm. Quarter mile. Look at that, nice long. These small towns, I talk about how I love these small towns. They're just easy to find things. The parking's generally pretty easy to get. Since I'm here, I'm actually gonna go explore Walla Walla. I didn't think there would be much here, but it turns out not very far from here at all, they've got this really awesome vintage downtown. So, I had no idea, but Walla Walla's got this really cool downtown area. So it's just this street, a couple blocks of all kinds of shops, but some of the original 1800s buildings are here. You can kind of see one right there. Look at the mural over there. It's of some of the old facade buildings here. There's some live music going on. Check out this building. That's super cool. Oddfellow Temples. And then check out the murals. Murals of old facades. Cool. 1884 it says up top. Oh, look at this. This is clearly vintage here. Oh, there's a super cool building right next to it. It says movies up top. There's some history behind that building. It looks like an old theater. That's super cool. Oh, and this is a great building. So yeah, Walla Walla downtown is really actually kind of cool. Wow, you would never guess Walla Walla, Washington. And then look at these buildings. The Seal building. And here's the awesome Starbucks. Look at that beautiful building. Such beautiful architecture, so well preserved and utilized. And there's a big sign right here. Window on the past. Huh.